Well, hey folks, how y'all doing? Welcome back. Oh man, ain't she a beaut, Clark? I'll tell you, this is just, I really like paint. I really think that Masterbuilt should offer these in colors, but whatever. I've got a blue one over there and an orange one over here. And you're looking at that front shelf saying, boy, that thing is huge. Where'd you get that from? So there's a guy out there that makes mods for the Masterbuilts and Klote mods, and I'll leave the link down below, and I'll leave the link to the video where I put this shelf on. And bought the shelf from him. He emailed me back. I said, hey, can I send a couple other things to you? And would you mind trying them out? So today we're going to do one of those. And what he did, he sent me this manifold cover. It's made out of stainless steel, and it's got a lip on it to try and, redirect some of that grease. But what he has for these, get the water pan out of the way, is he's got these little chairs, stainless steel chairs that sit on top of it, so you can put a water pan on top of it. And a lot of us, I've got just a small little brisket today, part of a brisket flat. And I'm gonna try doing this on the main grate, because with that water pan and water in there, I think we should be able to. So majority of the time, if I were to cook a brisket or something like that, I'd be doing it on top grate or this grate, and I'd put the water pan on the main grate. This way, we can use part of the main grate. So I'll tell you, we're gonna get fired up and give you a look-see at that brisket, and you'll be able to watch as I do. All right, before we get going here, here's another mod he sent me, and this is a burn grate, and it's got this protector here. This goes in front of the flapper, and this is supposed to prevent any ash or hot embers from getting down into your fan or burning your flapper. So I think it's a really good deal, and the thickness of that compared to what we got, big difference there. So I'm going to put this in the Klote mod one in and use that. See how it works, but I think it's pretty cool. All right, so there it is installed. You can see, here I'll move the slider. So right behind there is the flapper and the fan, and that protects it against it. So I think it's a great idea. Well, we'll see how it works, and I'll let you know. Well, I told you it was a small, saw this at the grocery store. It was 17 bucks. It's part of a brisket flat. There is a fat cap on the bottom. I decided to leave it on. What I'm using some of this 407 road. I tell you what, folks, if you like pepper, this is one of the few things that I'll warn people, don't go heavy with it, because there is a lot of pepper in this stuff, and it's potent. So, and then compliment it, this Boar's Night Out White Lightning double butter garlic. Oh man, you should smell it right now. It's almost good enough to eat right now. So we're gonna get this on, get some water, lukewarm water in the water pan, put it on low and slow, and then we're gonna probably take it up to 150-ish. Then we're gonna put it in a tray, a little bit of juice, and hopefully it'll turn out fine. All right, something new here, Blues Hog. Now I've always heard of their lump charcoal, but Barbecue Brian from Mad Horse Barbecue, check him out, gave me a bag of this. This is their briquettes. Never used them before. It's supposedly a sweet southern hickory. And I've got that totally in. The smokes are rolling. Just coming up to temp. You've got it set at 225, folks. Let this get up to temp, and then we'll put our brisket flat on. You might be saying, Tom, what happened to the other temp probe gauge? You put the Masterbuilt one in. That doesn't have any numbers on it. And yeah, you're right. I took it off because I put 2 on the char griller. So that video will be coming up soon. If you got a char griller, Gravity 850, and you want to see how to put some temp gauges into the lid, I'll be showing you how. All right, so I do got the app running, and you can see we're 228, and our meat temp is 76 degrees. I'll spray maybe once every hour and a half. Remember, smoke likes to stick to cold, not cold, but damp meat. So just a little water. And then, I just want to take a look and see how that, I put a little puck, Oklahoma Joe puck temperature right next to the tray to see how our temps are down on the grate. So let's take a look. Got some nice smoke. There's our brisket flat. And see what we got there. Yeah, that's pretty dead on with what that's saying, 225. So it's working, and I like the drip pan in there, and get a little bit of steam off there, and we'll give you a couple look-sees as we go. But I'm gonna keep this shut now for probably 2.5 hours. All right, so we're a little over 2 hours here, and you can see the app says it's 226. And then our probe is sitting at 135. Now, there was a lot of criticism of Masterbuilt when they first came out with the Gravity series, because we didn't even talk about the app because it didn't work. Now, since then, there's been a couple firmware updates, and I just went for a 5-mile walk, and I opened this up twice, and through my cellular, I was able to see that my temps and temps of the grill. So, you know, my hat's off to Masterbuilt. They've taken care of some issues when it came to their app. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at our, yeah, and our puck is still saying 225 over there. We got some nice color going on, that little teeny tiny brisket flat point, and we'll keep on going here. Remember, we're gonna take this up to 150, 160-ish, and then we're gonna wrap it, put a little beef broth in there, and then turn the grill up to 300. And we're gonna take it up to, everybody says 205. 205 is a good benchmark to start checking for probe tenderness. So sometimes I've had to go as high as 217, 218 to get probe tender, but that's what you're looking for, is probe tender. And a good gauge for that is to start internal temp of 205. So keep on going here, folks. All right, folks, approaching four hours. Took brisket off, got it in a pan here. This is gonna be dinner, so I put potatoes in there and a little bit of beef broth. We're gonna cover this up good. We're gonna turn the Masterbuilt up to 300. And like I said, I talked about what we're looking for internals. And we're gonna give this about an hour, hour and a half, and then we'll start checking temps. All right, if you're wondering if you can use the app to set the temp, yes, you can. You can see down below here, I've set it to 315. And like I said, we got our brisket back on all covered. And I did that from in here in the kitchen. That's pretty cool. Oh man, I'll tell you what, $17 little piece of brisket on the Masterbuilt. Pretty thick piece there. Let me take a taste test. All right, folks, I'll tell you what, that is nice. That is nice. It pulls apart a little bit. Nice smoke ring, look at that. You can't get a smoke ring, huh? Holy smokes. Very, very nice. So, folks, hope you enjoyed this. Tom Horsman at YouTube, thumbs up, leave a comment, and as always, thanks for watching.